Hello and welcome to Baron's Game Room. I'm Aaron as always, and I don't have my good hats with me today, so don't talk about my bad hat. But anyway, it's the holiday season, so I'm talking about big group games, and I've got two more for you today. First up, the Secret Hitler. Secret Hitler is a hidden role game for 5 to 10 players. At the start of the game, give each player one set of yes/no voting cards and a brown envelope with a secret role inside. The majority of players will be liberals, while the minority of players will be fascists, with one of them always being the Secret Hitler. Each turn, the president player will elect another player to be the chancellor. Then everyone will secretly vote. If the odds have it, then you've had a successful election. Once you've had a successful election, the president player will draw 3 policy tiles. The president player will secretly discard one of those policies away, face down, and then hand the other 2 to the chancellor player. The chancellor player will then discard away another of those policies, face down, and play the other policy face up to the proper spot on the board. However, if you had an unsuccessful election, then you'll move the election tracker up 1 and pass the president plaque. If you have 3 failed elections in a row, then you will randomly enact whatever policy happens to be on top of the stack. Keep in mind that while enacting a liberal policy has no special effects, enacting fascist policies has lots of different effects. The game ends when either the liberals get 5 liberal policies passed or they assassinate Hitler. The fascists win whenever they get 6 policies passed or whenever they get Secret Hitler elected chancellor after 3 of their policies have passed. Now, the trick of this game is that while most players are liberal, most of the policies in the stack are actually fascist. It's up to liberals to figure out who at the table is on their team, because the only people that actually know who's on their team at the start of the game are the fascists. Next we have Tsuro. Tsuro is a gorgeous game for up to 8 players. Every player needs to take a stone and put it in front of one of these small lines at the edge of the board. Every player also needs 3 tiles. Each turn you're going to take one of the tiles in your hand and place it on the board in front of your piece, and then follow the line to the edge. That's it. The main point of the game, though, is to be the last player left on the board. So if at any point your path takes you off the edge of the board or runs you into another player, you and that other player lose the game. Most games will start off real easy, with players just kind of cruising along on their own little path. But it won't be that way for long. As the board becomes crowded, tiles from other players will affect you as well. Again, if you ever get thrown off the board or 2 players run into each other, then you lose the game, so last player standing wins. If you can't tell by how worn my box is, I absolutely love this game. This game is just so simple and elegant. It's easy enough for basically anyone to jump in, even kids and adults alike, but it's got strategy to it at the same time, because it can take some serious planning to stay on that board sometimes. Whether for all ages or some dark humor adults, these are a couple of big group games that are both Baron approved.